life. She's been spotted with a guy. We have all the details on who and everything else. I'm Gabby Conti.
I'm Michelle DeBellis.
And I'm Zach Weinberg, and this is Hollywire's Tea Party. Get excited, guys. Welcome, Michelle. We got a lot of tea to spill for you guys today, so let's get right into it. So Selena Gomez was just spotted on what looked like a romantic dinner date with NBA star Jimmy Butler. It is rumored that Jimmy is the new man in Selena's life, but as we report this, neither Selena nor Jimmy have confirmed or denied this relationship. The 28-year-old singer, actress, producer, and rare beauty founder was just seen having dinner with a 31-year-old Miami Heat player, Jimmy Butler. According to the Miami Herald and eyewitnesses via social media, Selena had dated Justin Bieber on and off before his marriage to model Hailey Baldwin. Selena has also been linked to The Weeknd and Niall Horan. So Selena Gomez has had some rough relationships in the past, but possibly she's entering a new one. Are you guys excited about this?
So excited. So happy for her. I feel like Selena is also our quarantine queen. I feel like out of all of the celebrities, she has been taking this so seriously. I mean, she had her amazing cooking show, Selena Plus Chef, that was on HBO Max, which was so great. She launched a makeup line. I think fans have been waiting to see, what's next for her in her love life. So being seen with him, I think, is a very telling sign. What do you think, Michelle?
I mean, I'm just so excited for Selena. Like, we all know that Selena has been through it in every aspect of it. And she gets knocked on so hard, especially when it comes to her relationship. So to see her in something fresh and new is exciting. Like, I'm really happy for her. I'm really, really pumped for her. And I'm just excited to hear more about this, and maybe they'll come out and make it official. That's something that we could look forward to hearing, but I'm pumped for her.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, this is very new. This is like the first time they've been spotted out. So we don't necessarily know if it's confirmed or not, but I mean, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm a huge Selena fan. I've been a fan of her since Wizards of Waverly Place. I don't know who remembers that show back in the day. So hopefully this is a good thing for her. We got to root for her. She's been through a lot.
Yeah, she has. Yesterday, one of the top stories yesterday was all about the new Saved by the Bell reboot, basically dragging Selena and also her donor, her kidney transplant donor, which was so not cool. So then today to have this be the new trending story, it makes us so excited to hear that. I don't know the actual amount of times they've been seen together. The one confirmed time they've been seen together on what looked like a date was a couple of weeks ago. People have been saying that it has been on more than one occasion. Also, it's important to note that Selena being out in public during this time with someone, I think, is very telling because she is immune at risk, because she's been staying inside. So I really feel like if she's going to risk it to go on a date, I feel like her and this guy, they've been talking for a while. It's something.
They must have hung out before.
Yeah.
Yes.
Otherwise, maybe she wouldn't go out in public right away.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, she took that risk to go outside. So she's obviously comfortable with this person, which means maybe they've been hanging out a lot more.
They must have. I think celebrities are smarter than that unless they want to go out and get attention. I feel like they like to date very, very privately.
Yeah.
So privately on the side for a little bit before they even go out on a first date, unless it's like a thirsty, I want to be seen by paparazzi situation, which Selena Gomez has never done, and she's never been like that. So, I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, I think we're all kind of on the same page here that we're rooting for this couple.
Yeah, she's a smart girl, so I think she made the right move here by finally going out in public. So, yeah.
Well, there's two things also to keep in mind that, as Zach was just saying, when you're a public figure, if you're going out to a restaurant, you know that people are going to be talking about whoever you're eating with. And if it's someone of your desired sex and that person also happens to be single, people are going to assume you're dating. And then there's the other side of it that we're in quarantine, we're in a second wave, we're in the pandemic. So, going out in public, people are very selective about who and where they go. So that's very telling. I'm in a relationship. Michelle, you have a boyfriend, right?
Yes, I do.
And Zach, you're dating. So Zach,
very
can you
single,
tell us
but yes, a little bit.
A little bit about like how quarantine dating is going down right now.
Quarantine dating has been involved with a lot of hikes. A lot of hikes in Los Angeles. We keep our masks on. We hike. Those last a couple hours, and sometimes they make it to the second date, but usually they do not.
But you're selective about who you go on a date with because of the risk, right?
Absolutely, 100%. So that's why we can hopefully assume that Selena Gomez is taking
Diamonds on my wrist, so we call me ice cream. You could double dip, cause I know you like me. Ice cream, chillin', ice.
Everything going on. She's just been a really positive light. So I trust her judgment. Michelle, you were saying she's a very smart girl. She's always had a good head on her shoulders. She's always been very wise beyond her years. So if Selena Gomez is going to go on a date with him, I trust her judgment.
And if you're watching right now, let us know what you think. If you think they're just friends, or you think there's something more, because we want to hear what your thoughts are as we get deeper into this story.
Yes, and I want to ask you guys, do you think Selena Gomez goes out on a date not thinking it's possible? Like, does she really think she can go out and no one will see her?
Well, that's what I was just going to say. Like, she knows, like, she's going out in public. She knows. I mean, she has an incredibly massive fan base. She knows how loyal they are. She knows that people like us right now in this moment, if we spot her, we're going to talk about it. So that's why I'll say it a million times again. I really do think that she was being smart about this, but I also at the same time think, like, she knew that we were going to see her, you know? So I'm really excited for this because that makes me believe that it's a real legit relationship, you know?
Well, also, they were seen in New York, and I will say that I think that celebrities, when they're in New York, they feel a little safer than in LA because 100%. It's kind of like a different vibe. It's a different paparazzi vibe. So basically what happened, the very first reports that Selena and Jimmy were hanging out came from the private celebrity encounter account Dumois, who we've had here on the Tea Party on Instagram. A follower was dining at an upscale French bistro in the East Village, Lucien in New York City, and they overheard the wait staff scramble after getting a call that Selena was coming in alone with a basketball player. Then another follower confirmed this by saying the basketball player was Jimmy Butler, who was seen with Selena Gomez at Lucien, where it, quote, seemed like a date. The eyewitness then added, quote, 100% sure they were there together. Avi, I can't speak as if it was actually a date, but they were there together.
Oh my God, the poor wait staff getting a call in the last hour. Selena Gomez is coming into your restaurant. Clear it all out. Get the best food in. Get the drinks ready. She needs the best service. I mean, they were probably really scrambling to make sure that she got the most private and intimate dinner that she could possibly imagine.
Absolutely. And Michelle, you were talking about Selena Gomez's fan base, and also in this conversation, which there was a screenshot on the Sun article that just reported this, Dumois asked this person who saw Selena on this date, being like, are you absolutely 110% positive? Because Selena Gomez's fans are so savvy. They're so smart. They will always defend their queen. If you say anything that is wrong about Selena, they will come at you. So that really also, I think, makes people think that this is real and not, it's something serious.
Yeah, and I heard, I was reading up on this, and I read some possible tea, don't know if it's true, that...
Well, this is the Tea Party.
This is the Tea Party. Jimmy has a daughter, and his ex-baby mama apparently unfollowed Selena when she heard this whole buzz that happened. So that's something juicy and interesting. They do have a 1-year-old daughter together, so I don't know. I'm sure they have a civil relationship, but apparently she unfollowed Selena, so she's not having it.
Yes, and we are going to talk a little bit more about that, but maybe there's beef and maybe there's not. It's also possible that the baby mama, what's her name? Do you know her name?
Her name is Caitlin. I have it right here. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, Caitlin.
Caitlin Norlock is her name.
So maybe she just doesn't want to see anything Selena Gomez. Sometimes we unfollow people because we don't necessarily want to see what they do. It's not necessarily shade or hate or anything like that.
I will say though, with sometimes these unfollowing reports, they are a little flawed because sometimes someone will just say, they unfollowed this person, but really they were never following them.
They were never
with. Right. So
exactly.
There's a chance she was never following Selena, although Selena is she's one of the most followed people on Instagram. She has a huge, massive following. And the other tea about Caitlin is that, a month ago, she had posted something showing support for Jimmy and a championship game. And then fans noticed that she unfollowed Selena. So, I mean, I feel like if anyone knows how serious this relationship is, it is for sure Jimmy's baby mama, who he obviously still has to have some relationship with for their daughter.
Yeah. Absolutely. And seeing your ex date someone new is already frustrating. Seeing your ex date Selena Gomez, that's like a whole nother story. So 2 days before this sighting, someone on Twitter who claimed to have ties to the NBA player wrote, Jimmy Butler and Selena Gomez, weird couple, man. This user listed his sources and assumed his followers this was true as he added to the sources dude, just trust me. And then a few days later, Selena and Jimmy were spotted having dinner together. Something else to note that could prove Selena and Jimmy is more than just friends who enjoy fancy meals together. Eagle-eyed fans also noticed that Jimmy's baby mama, Caitlin Norwalk, recently unfollowed Selena Gomez on Instagram, which we just discussed. Michelle, you beat us to the punch. So she's unfollowed her. I mean, do you think it's possible that she will refollow Selena in the future? Could they be a cohesive co-parenting situation, or do you think she's in her feelings? What do you guys think?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's all brand new. It's all fresh. It's out there in the media. We're all talking about it. It's a big story. Everybody loves relationship stories. Unfortunately, she's on the other end of this. So, I mean, maybe just for mental sanity and just clear her brain and focus on her daughter. You know, she's like, I don't need to see it. You know, like Gabby was saying before, I don't need to see images of her. It's fine. Let them do them, but I don't need to see it. Doesn't need to be in my face, you know?
Although I will say, I don't know about you guys, but when I was dating, I was always super curious about who the guy I was dating's most recent ex was, right? Or if I had broken up with someone, I was really curious to see who they dated after me. So I kind of think it's interesting that Caitlyn unfollowed Selena, because wouldn't you want to I mean, yes, there's
She's
the
still
whole
creeping though. She's still going to be creeping.
But wouldn't you kind of want to have some insight? I mean,
well, I mean, Selena Gomez, she doesn't have to follow her to see. She could just type her name in and look.
That's true, but I will say her following Selena Gomez and it kind of looks like she's not being creepy because it's Selena Gomez. Of course she's following Selena Gomez. Just Selena Gomez happens to be dating her baby daddy, so I guess she's still keeping tabs. You know, it looks less weird for her to follow Selena Gomez than it does for her to not follow Selena Gomez, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that totally makes sense because, like we said, she's one of the most followed people on Instagram. I think she's the second or third most followed female after Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's not going to be able to not look at Selena's posts either way. So who knows? Who knows?
Well, if you guys are just tuning in, we are talking about Selena Gomez and basketball player Jimmy Butler, who have been spotted hanging out, and people are thinking that this is something serious, that they're not just friends. I see in the comments that people are still talking about Jelena. Jelena shippers will not stop Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber. I feel like what Jelena shippers really need, even though, Justin has obviously moved on with Haley, but I feel like they need a picture of Selena and Justin just smiling and showing that
and
they're
being
cool
friends.
now. I
think they could get to that place. I think Selena and Justin could get to that place, but I also think Jelena shippers need to see Selena genuinely happy in a new relationship, so they know that she's no longer heartbroken and that she has moved on, because they ended that relationship, I don't know, 5 years ago?
Yeah, they ended
it's been a minute.
And there's a reason why it ended, many reasons why it ended, and that's their personal business. But she's moved on. Justin has clearly moved on. But we're just hoping that she can find the happiness and the true love that she deserves. She deserves it. We love Selena. We love her. She deserves it.
So what do you guys think of Jimmy then? Do you think he is a good match for Selena?
I'm into Jimmy. I mean, Jimmy, he's 31, she's 28. They're similar ages. He's been in the NBA for quite some time now. I'm pretty sure since 2011.
So he's got some money. He got some coins to him.
Yeah, and it's like he has his own life. They're in very two different industries. He's successful. She's successful. He's hot, she's hot. I'm happy for them. I just really hope this is a real thing, you guys.
Well, we see a lot of actors date athletes because it makes a lot of sense, because I feel, and I'm going to get into this quote that Selena said recently before being spotted with Jimmy about how she feels dating in Hollywood is, and how dating in Hollywood's a bubble, right? Everyone knows you and they know each other's business and whatnot. And so we see actors date athletes a lot because they understand what it's like to be in the spotlight. They understand what it's like to have a fan base. They get all that stuff. But at the same time, they're not in the same industry, so they'll never be competing. And the competition is something that makes it difficult when you are both singers or both actors, because, someone is always going to be a little bit more successful than the other. Not to mention, Hollywood is a bubble. And I'll get into that quote right now. So, Jimmy also has been linked in the past to Shay Mitchell, another actress. The two were spotted having lunch together in Beverly Hills back in 2016. And it would make sense that Selena would want to date someone out of the entertainment industry like Jimmy, because very recently in Apple Beats One interview, Selena said that dating in Hollywood is, quote, cliche, as she said, everyone dates everyone. It always seems to be within a little bubble, and that's because it's safe, right? So as she said, yes, while it feels safe to date everyone who is in the same Hollywood industry, at the same time, it gets old after a while. So I totally get why A, she's in New York City, and B, why she's hanging out with a basketball player, because that must feel refreshing from everyone else that she's known in this industry since she was, a child.
Yeah, and if it hasn't been working out for her with other guys she's dated, then maybe this will be a new situation for her. And there is something so hot about a basketball player. Can you guys back me up on this?
I
Yes.
agree.
Well, they're tall. That's the one pro right
They're
there.
tall.
Right off the bat.
They're
Guys,
successful.
what do you think about Selena Gomez and Jimmy Butler? Do you think they are actually dating? Do you think they're just friends? Let us know your thoughts. I'm Gabby Conti.
I'm Michelle DeBellis.
And I'm Zach Weinberg, and follow us at Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news. See ya.